When I found out the investor was Lincoln, I knew I was going to lose to Mia. She was Lincoln's first love, the one he could never forget. After the meeting ended, Lincoln chose Mia's proposal, just as I expected. Mia looked at me and sneered, "Even if you're his wife, in his heart, I'll always come first. Everything you scheme so hard to get comes effortlessly to me." She and I had been rivals since our student days, ever since her mother stole my father, and she could just as easily occupy Lincoln's heart. I glanced wearily at Lincoln in the distance, suddenly unwilling to fight Mia anymore. This time, I was giving up on him. Between Lincoln and my career, I chose my career. The company's new investor caused quite a stir among the young women because he was incredibly handsome. The investor was Lincoln, my husband. The moment I learned this news, I knew my competition with Mia was already lost. In the break room, my colleagues were gossiping about the new investor. "I bet Mia's team will get it. I heard that Lincoln's first love is Mia." Mia and Lincoln were college classmates, each other's first love. Lincoln's investment this time is all for Mia. Hearing these words made my heart tighten. I returned to my office feeling lost. News that Lincoln was the investor had already spread throughout the company. The director called Mia and me to his office. "Jane, Mia, the investor for our project is Lincoln from Zenith Group. You two will each lead your teams to design a proposal. Submit them in 1 month." The director looked at Mia with meaningful appreciation he couldn't hide. It seemed he too had heard those rumors and understood why Lincoln had chosen our company. Before I even left the office, I knew our team's design proposal would be a waste of effort. Competing against Mia, I'd likely just be there to make up the numbers. Outside the office, Mia stopped. We stood facing each other. I met her gaze. She smiled slightly. Her smile was triumphant and bold. "Jane, may the best woman win." Yet her demeanor showed absolute confidence in victory, because she knew very well that between her and me, Lincoln would definitely choose her. Watching her walk away with her head held high, I turned and left. The design department erupted in excitement. If my team's design proposal was rejected, I'd spend the next period working under Mia, swallowing my pride and accepting all her guidance. I didn't want to humble myself under her. Before the end of the workday, everyone gathered around Mia, praising her endlessly. "Mia, you're amazing." I made eye contact with Mia through the crowd. She was surrounded, the center of attention. Compared to her, my corner seemed cold and desolate. I stood alone in the corner, no one beside me. She smiled at me, lips pressed together. I looked away, put on my coat, and walked out. Lincoln came home. His expression was its usual cool indifference. I still couldn't help but ask, "Lincoln, you invested in our company?" Lincoln looked up at the sound. He met my eyes briefly, his expression bland, and hummed softly in acknowledgement. I continued asking, "Why did you choose our company?" I used a joking tone. "Will you give me special treatment?" Lincoln's brow furrowed slightly, his expression serious. There wasn't a trace of amusement in his eyes. After a moment's thought, he said, "This was a decision by the company's senior management. The proposal isn't my decision alone." The implication was that even being his wife didn't matter. I didn't ask any more questions. He was always this cold and distant, following his own rules and logic, never willing to make exceptions for me. And I always humiliated myself hoping to become his exception. Lincoln turned and left, entering his study. The study door wasn't completely closed. I could hear him talking on the phone. The voice on the other end was Mia's. Lincoln occasionally laughed softly in response to Mia. After hanging up, he pushed open the study door. He walked to the entryway and grabbed his coat from the rack, putting on his overcoat and changing into dress shoes. He straightened up and said to me, "I have a business dinner tonight. I'm going out." I nodded. He disappeared through the front door. He came home very late that night. The words I wanted to ask died in my throat after seeing the post Mia shared on social media. Mia's post showed a group photo.